You already know this is Pawns Drawn Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Oh man, oh man. Oh man. First and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all. Hope you're having a good Monday. Hope y'all having a good start of the week. You already know, man, Monday's always a struggle. It's only a struggle if you had a good weekend. Don't mind the noise. Neighbors is, I think they're taking all the water out from their pool. But anyway, oh man, it's just more drama, more theories, more excuses. If people want to call it excuse, I don't know, man, but it's kind of, oh man, let's smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Oh boy, what's good, Brown? What's good, Chop? Queen, Jay, what's good? The Bible. yo, Jay, we gonna do it. Matter of fact, Jay, follow Kid Chocolate, Peter Quillen. We gonna go live on Instagram Wednesday at 8:00. We're gonna be talking about, just spiritual healing, spiritual empowerment, and all that stuff. So on Wednesday, 8:00, Instagram live, me and Peter Quillen, aka Kid Chocolate, we're gonna be talking about some spiritual, enlightenment and things of that nature. So it's gonna be good. So if y'all haven't followed Peter Quillen on Instagram, we're gonna go live and talk about, we're gonna talk about the Bible. We're gonna bring up the Quran. We're just gonna be talking about, spiritual enlightenment, because I feel like we need to redirect ourselves to our higher power, our Father. So Nathan, what's good? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get people in here. Yo, what's good? Hi, low. How you doing, my brother? All working now. The notification all working now. That's what's up, man. I'm glad it's working now. Is Peter Quillen retired? Nah. He's still not retired. Nah, he's doing good. He's doing good, man. He's just going through his journey right now. And when I did the interview with him, he was talking about he did a 40-day fasting. Him and his wife. That's what's cool. That's cool, just cleansing. I'm sorry, cleansing. AB was good, cleansing, and we always need that, spiritually, mentally, physically. We all need that. Yeah, Ron. What's up, Ron? Yeah, we need all of that. Yo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So y'all already know that Devin Haney and Gary Russell Jr. is trying to make up a fight. Regardless if it's the narrative that's pushed, is it a good fight? Is it a great fight? Is it okay? It's okay fight. Is a good fight probably for Gary Russell Jr. that could move up 2 weight classes up. Is a good fight for Gary Russell Jr. that could move up 2 weight classes up and have a chance to become a multi-division world champion. For Devin Haney, is it okay fight for a 21-year-old coming off a surgery? I'm not going to say it's a great fight. I'm not going to say it's a monumental fight, but I'm going to say for his career up to this day, he's going to be could be in the verge of getting with somebody in the ring that has supreme skills and might have more skills than Devin Haney. You understand what I'm saying? Because we going by Devin Haney's potential, but we know that Gary Russell Jr. is proven. So there's people that don't like, he's moving up. Devin Haney's too big. And here's what it is, man. A lot of boxers have done it in the past. I don't know who gets to the ring. This dude is a bozo. He's still. A lot of people has been frustrated. Let's be honest. A lot of boxing people has been frustrated on Gary Russell Jr. career. I've been as a fan, I've been frustrated with Gary Russell Jr.'s career. I've been frustrated with Demetrius Andre career. Like, we don't know what's gonna be next. We don't know if they're gonna keep on fighting. We don't know what's on the table. Promoters ain't even talking about these guys. So recently, in Blue Boxing channel, Gary Russell Jr.'s brother, aka Batman, was that he's given the green light to speak for Gary Russell Jr. He's given the green light to speak for him. You know, he's the one that's out there in independent media, out there grinding, out there passing information, being in the mix of this negotiation between Devin Haney's camp, Gary Russell Jr., Al Haymon, Eddie Hearn, The Zone, whatever. So today, it seems like every day that passes is like the optimistic goes lower. It goes to the pessimistic side. It's not optimistic about this fight getting, getting done in the paper side. So we all know, and I don't know if I should believe, but I gotta take into consideration what he was saying about that Gary Russell Jr.'s career has been stalled by none other than Floyd Mayweather Jr. Boxing cash cow. Arguably, TBE, arguably the greatest of all time, Floyd Mayweather Jr., right? We all know that Floyd Mayweather Jr. got some pull, got some power. We all know that he's partners, with Al Haymon, and probably Al Haymon actually listen to Floyd Mayweather, and if he requests something, if it's about him, his fighter, or whoever, maybe Al Haymon listens to Floyd Mayweather. Now the backstory is that Gary Russell Jr. months back, almost a year back, more than a year back. Gary Russell Jr. has been calling out a bunch of fighters. Leo Santa Cruz, Gervonta Tank Davis. We already know Gervonta Tank Davis is signed to Mayweather Promotions. Gary Russell Jr. been calling out Gary Russell Jr. been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis for quite some time, even after he fought Jojo Diaz. I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis went to that fight in DC. Yo, what's good, Boxing Jedi? What's good, my brother? Everybody in the comment box, what's good, man? Hope everybody is blessed out there. So while he was calling out, we understand that Gary Russell Jr. doesn't have the fights that we wish that he could have. Now, I was one of those people that said, why is Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Leo Santa Cruz? Oh, yeah, it is a good fight, but that fight should have been for Gary Russell Jr. You understand what I'm trying to say? Leo Santa Cruz was mandated to fight Gary Russell Jr. Leo Santa Cruz moved up. To get a strap that Gervonta Tank Davis vacated in 130. Gervonta Tank Davis moved up to 135 to get the regular title, the regular WBA title. And now he's moving back down to get the fight, to get the belt, to fight for the belt that he vacated. Now, that ain't make too much sense to me. And Al Haymon, he represents a lot of fighters, right? And, I'm not saying it's easy to represent all these fighters and do the right thing or the perfect thing for each fighter. Yet, Al Haymon and everybody else know that they had Gary Russell Jr. and Leo Santa Cruz should have been a fight. Gary Russell Jr. went so far into actually talking ish and putting his arms around Leo Santa Cruz's dad, disrespecting him. That's totally disrespect right there. Like, I would have thought that Leo Santa Cruz would have come out of nowhere and be like, you know what, give me that fight, Al. Now, Leo Santa Cruz love Al Haymon to death. Oh, he's Daddy Haymon, Uncle Haymon, whatever you want to call him. Leo Santa Cruz named his son after Al Haymon. That's how much he loves Al Haymon. He named his son after Al Haymon. Can you imagine little Mexican kid? Al Haymon, ven pa' acá. ¿Qué tú estás haciendo? Deja de estar jugando con los Barbies. Al Haymon, ven pa' acá. ¿Qué te estás haciendo? Hiciste las tareas, Al Haymon. One thing is naming your son after yourself, your father, your uncle. But it's just, what's good, Hello? It's just kind of weird naming a little Mexican kid Al Haymon. Al Haymon, ven pa' acá. ¿Qué estás haciendo? Deja de estar jugando con Barbies. Ven pa' acá. But fighters do love Al Haymon, man. They love him to death, to the point that they'll name their kids Al Haymon. Al Haymon, hiciste las tareas. Huh? Me dijeron que las maestras me estaban diciendo que te está portando mal. Te está lavando las manos en la escuela. Tú sabes que Corona va a ir tus rabietas ahí. Al Haymon. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shout out to Leo Santa Cruz. Shout out to his dad. I hope he's getting better. If anybody knows what I'm drinking, it's Bowling Basket. Sparkling coconut water. Get in your store, liquor. Oh, no, not liquor. Store near you. That was the moonshine. Black and brown was good. Carlos. Yo, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Let's get this thing up. Let's get this thing rolling. Let me read a couple of comments also about because I put this on Twitter. So somebody said, I respect everyone who gets in the ring, but this dude is bozo. He stalled his own career by only wanting to fight once a year, pushed himself into irrelevancy, and now that he is not getting the Leo Santa Cruz fight, now he wants to cap. Diablos. Well, there might be people that feel the same way, right? Guido was good. Shadow was good. There might be people that feel the same way. But I'm not going to dismiss what Gary Russell Jr. camp is saying. Because I do believe. It's not hard to believe, but I can't believe. I can't. That when Gary Russell Jr. was calling out Gervonta Tank Davis and calling Floyd Mayweather a bitch, he said a sucker ass bitch. Excuse my language, this is a Christian show. He was calling him a sucker ass bitch. When I was watching that, I'm like, yo, I know Floyd Mayweather gonna feel some type of way. I know Floyd Mayweather gonna feel some type of way with that. And how you gonna try to get a fight when they don't really gotta give you that fight? It's almost like you telling somebody if you want something and you tell them and you diss him in a derogatory way. Like, yo, my man, can you pass me the ketchup, motherfucker? Pass you the ketchup. Yo, bitch ass, yo, suck ass bitch, can you pass me the ketchup? Man, just pass me you can't ask for something like that and you just can't do it, Gary. You just can't do it. There's some people that just want to give you something at the same time you're disrespecting somebody, Gary. It's not possible like that. You have to pick it very good, okay? And maybe that's the frustration. Maybe he's speaking the Floyd Mayweather language. Floyd Mayweather made his name also talking trash. And probably he's within the culture. People talking trash, snapping at each other, but it doesn't seem like Gary Russell Jr. and Floyd Mayweather have a relationship like that. Damn well there's no lick in that coconut water. No, there's no lick in that coconut water. No. No lows. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Yo, good looking out. I'm sorry. Hello, good looking out for the contribution, my brother. I salute you, my brother. Thank you very much for that, my brother. Punch, this fight never will happen. Damn, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. The way it's looking like. Look, I know. Put it this way. I know. That particular community, I don't know if they're getting bought off. I don't know if they got money. They passing money under the table to keep pushing this fight. I'm not saying it's a bad fight. I'm not saying it's a great fight. I'm not saying it's a good fight. I'm saying it's okay fight. It's an okay fight. It's a respectable fight, in my opinion. It's respectable. I like Bill Haney. I think he has great potential. I think he's probably going to be one of the forefronts of the sport of boxing in years to come with guys like Teofimo Lopez, Virgil Ortiz, Ryan Garcia. Hey, come on, turn that down. Come on, you're going to get me flagged. Turn that music down. What's wrong with you? Suburbs out here, man. That's why I left the city. Turn that music down, goddamn. Oh, boy. Turn that music down. Anyway. So, do you think moonshine on the road? Now, I'm not moonshine on the road. I'm actually home. I'm home, man. Anyway, turn that music down. Damn it. I left the hood for a reason. I left the hood for a reason, damn it. So, yo, Punch Boxing, you just killed me with that Al. You already know. You already know, man. Al Haymon. Yo, but how is somebody gonna actually name their turn off that damn music? What the hell is wrong with you, man? Oh man, jeez, hater. Man. You know, you think you moving to the suburbs, you trying to get away, and here comes I don't even blast my music. See, I have some kind of distance. See, I know where I'm at. You feel me? If I'm going back home and I'm pumping music, you know, I lower it down because I know my neighbors like that. But oh, this person want to pump the music. They see me doing some work, and they be like, let me. I know he like hip hop. Let me turn it up. Music is. I know he must like hip hop. Let me turn that up. Do you like this, homie? Anyway, I salute to your post drunk accent. Enjoy your view every day. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Oscar, man. I appreciate that. So what's gonna happen with Gary Russell Jr. and the email champ Punch? Ooh, I don't know. But let's we're gonna talk about that further. Let's talk about that statement that Floyd Mayweather is stalling the career of Gary Russell Jr. What a Mexican child called Al Haymon. But it's like calling a Chinese man Juan. Right, Jedi? Yo, I don't know, Leo Santa Cruz, man. I'm telling you, man, these guys, hey, I don't know what Al Haymon is doing to these fighters. Maybe he is giving a lot of money to them. Maybe he's like, I am Al Haymon. I am your papi. I am your daddy. I am the Lord of all lords. No Jesus, no Muhammad. It's Al Haymon, your God, your Lord. And they be like, yes, Al Haymon, you are the Lords of all lords. You are my papi. Al Haymon, you are my papi. I do whatever you want me to do. Who do you want to fight? Who do you want me to fight, Al Haymon? I want you to fight. I want you to fight. Nobody. Wait for a year. Yo, I don't know. You know, hey, all respect to Al Haymon. The fighters love him. Yo, France, what's good? Good looking out, my brother. The fighters love Al Haymon. He's doing something good. He's doing something right. But I wouldn't call my son Al Haymon. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't call my son Al Haymon for real. And it's funny, like you said, Jedi. Can you imagine a Chinese kid called Juan? But a Mexican kid called Al Haymon. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamamos Al Haymon. ¿Y a dónde que tú sacaste ese nombre? You know, some kids get money. That's a railroad track. Don't worry about it. Yeah, if anybody would have messed with me, I'll tie you up to that railroad track. Wait for the freight train to come and you're done. What's good, Seth? So yeah, man, can you imagine? Like, yo, I think he's out. Yo, Leo Santa Cruz, you going, man? Your kid is gonna go to school and they're gonna be like, ¿Cómo tú te llamas? Me llamo Al Haymon. Y este tigre aquí, mimito, ¿quién te mandó ese nombre? ¿Quién te dio ese nombre? Mi papi me llamó Al Haymon. Tati, ¿por qué la gente se están riendo de mí? Es que mi nombre es Al Haymon. Papi, ¿quién es Al Haymon? Porque hasta yo no sé quién es Al Haymon porque nadie no lo ha visto. Nobody has seen Al Haymon. Daddy, how you gonna name me somebody that you never seen? Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. Yo, is Al Haymon like the Jesus Christ of boxing or something like that? I'm not saying that he's the Lord of all lords. I'm just saying that he is praised but never seen. Al Haymon is Jesucristo, man. He got that aura. Like nobody know. It's Al Haymon for real. Al Haymon is Bigfoot, yo. Al Haymon is Bigfoot. I'm telling you. Yo, nobody see no Al Haymon and people love him like Jesus. Like, yo, you see Muhammad? No. You tell a Muslim you see Muhammad? No. You see Jesus? You tell a Christian you see Jesus? No. But I love him. Hey, I have faith. Yo, you tell a PBC fighter you see Al Haymon? No. But I have faith. I thank Al Haymon. But you seen him before? No. God damn. Al Haymon, yo, that's gonna be, I think, pay-per-view. Al Haymon can actually break the internet if they have an announcement. Al Haymon will show his face for 5 seconds. Would you pay $200 pay-per-view just to see Al Haymon? Yo, Al Haymon gonna be making mad money if you just show his face. I'm gonna show my face. October 31st. Liv took kissing the boss ass to the next level. Right? Yo, Seth, what happened to giving the apple? Yo, whatever happened to giving the apple, Leo? What happened to giving the apple? You know, if you a sucker up or to the teacher, just give an apple for Diablo. You're gonna name your own child Al Haymon, Diablo. I thought Jesucristo, Jesus Christ, gonna be like, with his chancleta. Yo, Jesucristo, his chancleta be like, you know when you present your kid to the church and you want to baptize them, Jesus gonna come out of nowhere and be like this, con su chancleta. You know, his historic chancleta. Yeah, it's okay. What happened? What happened, Leo Santa Cruz? How you gonna name your child Al Haymon? Huh? Are you crazy? It's me, Jesus Christ. Huh? Al Haymon is just, hey, vete de aquí, coño. Matter of fact, that's it. You're not gonna go to heaven. That's it. I don't care how much you pray. I don't care how many Santa Maria that you do. Jesus come out of nowhere. Un chancletazo que le va a dar a Leo Santa Cruz for naming his son name Al Haymon. Coño. How you gonna do that? Al Haymon, your child. Hey, and me, I saved their life. I went to the cross. At least you can name your son Jesus. Jesus. Pero Al Haymon. Mira, muchacho. You're not coming to the kingdom of heaven. Ya, vete para allá. Ya. No, señor. Jesús, yo por Dios te quiero. Yo te amo. No. Get out from your knees. Vete de aquí, coño. Vete para allá, para el diablo. Vete para el diablo ya, para allá, coño. No. You already know that God is a jealous God. You know that God is a jealous God. Anyway, let's get back. Let's get back. Getting carried away. Yo, smash the like button. Yo, Red, what's good? Yo, Red Glove, what's good? Carlo Mendoza, what's good? Yo, Punch, I got a question, bro. Shoot, my brother. Shoot. So yo, all right, I can't buy Aaron Black bowling number Floyd. All he had to do was not look outclassed in Loma fight. But damn, people want to go back to that Loma fight, right? But that Loma fight was a long time ago. I think, all right, okay, guys, okay. That shit was like effing 5 years ago. Okay. Guys, it was 5 years ago. 5-6 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. No, it's more than that, right? 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. 7 years ago or whatever. Let it go. Okay. Gary Russell Jr. lost to Lomachenko. Okay. We got it. All right. Like, I'm a Gary, I respect Gary Russell Jr., but I'm not going to keep on going back to the damn, his loss is Lomachenko. Like, people do get better. Oh, man. So his camp was saying that, if y'all was following Gary Russell Jr. and the only, nobody really talk about Gary Russell Jr. Nobody done a video. You know what I was doing all day? Just because somebody don't want to. There was people that wanted to actually try to debate me because a bunch of people got mad because I put a video out about this particular community, and a person said that Gary Russell Jr. should be on the pound for pound list, and people got mad. I'm like, come on. Whatever you smoke, whatever is that. Pookies. Come on, man. I'm not going to disrespect people. I'm not going to try to disrespect people. No. I think we all do this for a living. You got a platform. I'm cool, whatever. You got your subscribers or whatever. But I will debate and I will dismiss a narrative. I go against that. I will debate that. I don't know your personal life or anything of that nature. I'm not that type of person because ain't nobody gonna do nothing to nobody in the internet. This is we grown ass men, everybody out here, and grown women whoever got their platform and things of that nature. We disagree, we agree. But I will speak on some dumb narrative that's put out there. And that should be pound for pound, Gary Russell Jr. was a dumbass narrative, okay? You're pushing it, and I understand there's a community out there that's probably paid off so they could promote the Devin Haney and the Gary Russell Jr. fight. But you know what? I am no fool, okay? I am no fool. I understand, okay? We in war with old media. Old media is leaving out. We're smacking old media. Everybody on YouTube, whatever community you are, we are going to be taken over. But let's not adopt the old media strategy and their dumbass BS narrative and then create this BS narrative in the YouTube community. You understand what I'm trying to say? I think I'm speaking good English, o lo digo en español. So that's where I'm at. Have your perspective. Break things down on boxing logically and objectively, because this is boxing. This is the world of boxing. Ain't no race baiting, narrative, nothing like that. Let's break down boxing real good. Let's be the educators in boxing, because of course, independent boxing is the one that's keeping boxing alive. Okay, independent boxing keeps boxing alive. There are a lot of people that don't follow boxing in and out of their lives, in and out of their day, whatever, and they come to the YouTube community. They come to us independent boxing heads and boxing independent media so they could catch up on what's going on. If we start doing this narrative, this dumbass narrative, like the old media was doing, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go back to old media. And guess what? Old media is trying to come to our circuit now. You feel me? Old media is trying to take over our community. And if we come with the bullshit narrative and they got mass and they got credible opinion, you know, people going to be like, if Dan Rafael start his YouTube page, people are going to go to Dan Rafael. But if he comes with a dumb, but we know that he was locked up with ESPN, coming with dumbass narratives as well. I'm not going to take no, you know, I'm not going to say that he's not educated, that he don't know what he's talking about. But once you in a big organization and the machine is running, you got to go by their rules. You know, you're not your own boss. And I'm going to say like this. Now, let's say, for example, Dan Rafael, now he's independent. Now he can say whatever you want to say. You see him in Twitter. Now he curses. He say whatever he want to say. Huh? No holding back. Because that's what independent does. People like to listen to independent people, independent minds, especially when it comes to the sport of boxing. But if we're going to be easily bought out here, which I believe there's community out there that's now easy to getting bought to come up with stupid narratives. I understand you could promote a fight, but keep that raw, that raw truth in your perspective. That's all I'm saying. This is Punch Run Boxing. You already know I support everybody that does this grind, whether I follow you or not, whether you subscribe to me or not, but I understand the grind, bro. I understand the grind is not easy. So all I'm saying is, as a community, if you're in a separate group or whatever, but we got to come with a common understanding. It's like the drug game. Y'all already know, man. You could be in a block and this block right there sells coke. This block sells, you know, haraka or whatever you want to call it. But there's an understanding, you know, there's an understanding. That's your market, but let's coexist and let's make this thing, because we're fighting the enemy right now. We're fighting the enemy. We know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, Rap, what's good? Mark, what's good? What's good, my brother? So Gary Russell Jr.'s camp is talking about that Gary Russell Jr.'s career has been stalled because throughout the whole year, Gary Russell Jr. been talking shit about Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather, Gary Russell Jr. even recently, this past weekend, when he was saying he was talking about Devin Haney, he was in the gym and he said, I'm gonna whip that shorty. And I'm gonna whip that and me whooping him is like whooping Floyd Mayweather's ass. So he's keep talking about Floyd Mayweather. Now, maybe he's promoting it like that so people could get, you know, he was talking shit about Bud Crawford, talking shit about Devin Haney. Don't mind the noise. Don't mind the noise. That's the suburb life, you know. Train track. So he was talking a lot. Maybe he's trying to, come on, hater, go on you. Anyway. So, yo, chat. My fault, chat. Yo, chat, my fault, my brother. I got you. Good looking out, man. Yo, Punch, drop my favorite intro joint. Need a good laugh. Just a place. Hook me up, bro. I got you. I got you. Let's wait a little later. Let's wait. Chat. I got you, my brother. I got you. You already know, man. Yo, I got you. Don't worry. I'm not gonna go out the live without blessing you with the intro. Yo, Saint, what's good? Yo, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Yo, so I can understand what Gary Russell Jr. is saying, and I can understand what his camp is saying, because we understand that Floyd Mayweather got power. Is Floyd Mayweather going to be that bitter, or that going to be that, that type of dude that's trying to blackball people through Al Haymon? But it seems like I could see it. I could see it, because damn, Gary Russell Jr. and his career has been stalled. Now, yes, Gary Russell Jr. have to take accountability. But that Leo Santa Cruz fight got me like, yo, what the hell they doing? Why is Al Haymon really going to make this fight happen? Because in reality, if you take the Leo Santa Cruz fight from Gary Russell Jr., what does he have? What does he really have? That was the easiest fight to make. Again, Leo Santa Cruz was mandatory to fight Gary Russell Jr. He moved up to 130. To get a vacant belt that Gervonta Tank Davis left. Gervonta Tank Davis went to the 135 to get a regular WBA belt. Right? And then he's coming back down to fight for his belt. Now, was this all planned by Al? Was it all planned? Was it all planned by Al and Floyd Mayweather? Was it all planned and left Gary Russell Jr. to the side, like they've been leaving him for the past 5 years? I could understand that. I'm not gonna dismiss that. A lot of people do come with type of excuses, but I'm not gonna dismiss that. It does make type of sense. I've been saying for a long time, what the hell is going on with Gary Russell Jr.'s career? Yo, years ago, even before the Lomachenko fight, I said that Gary Russell Jr. was gonna be, at this point of his career, I would have thought at this point, he will be top 5 pound for pound doing it in boxing. That's how good his skill set is, and still is. Was and still is. Shout out to Vancouver. It still is. So we could take that into consideration, and you already know that Floyd Mayweather has been working with Al Haymon, with Devin Haney. Now you think that they're not pulling the trigger. They're not pulling the trigger because of Floyd Mayweather, what he's doing in the background, or do Floyd Mayweather even care? Now I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, has Floyd Mayweather promotion, and I'm not gonna say this is a Floyd Mayweather promotion, but have they done any type of corruption? Well, Mickey Bay, we understand that Floyd Mayweather have talked about corruption and being disloyal to guys like Canelo Alvarez. But he was, I'm not gonna say disloyal because Mickey Bay don't want to say it really. But if you read between the lines, he don't want to talk about Floyd Mayweather because he don't want to get blackballed out of his gym. He worked with Floyd Mayweather, but he was treated worse. He said he probably had the worst contract, worst experience business-wise with Mayweather Promotions. Mickey Bay said that in my interview that I had with him. Go check it out after this live show. And his recent interview on other platforms. So let's not think that there is no type of corruption, no type of, and maybe it has to do with the WBA, WBC too, because WBA, WBC, which supposed to be the prestige titles, the way they doing business with the super title, gold title, franchise title, copper title, Bantis title, Cockroach titles, Platano titles, whatever titles that they have, it's going through epic proportion. I don't even know. There's more belts than candy in Halloween. There's more belts in boxing than there's candy in Halloween. I'm gonna tell you like this. People go walk around and be like, I'm a champion. I'm champion too. Okay. I'm true champion. I'm champion too. Keep missing my question. Oh, my fault. My fault, Shadow. I ain't see it. I see. Right, let me see your question. My fault. Sometimes I don't, when I'm blabbing and I'm not. Yo, Punch, why the LDBC saying, okay, I got you. Yo, Punch Drunk. Why the LBDC saying the Gary Russell Jr. Devin Haney fight more exciting than Loma and Tio? If you're a boxing fan, then call it for what it is. I'd rather watch Loma and Tio. Of course. Of course. That's what I mean. That's what I mean, my brother. Why a large community? Now, I'm gonna go by your question because I haven't really heard that. I'm not really the ins and outs of their channels and their platform. If they're interviewing somebody, I will go to their channel or anybody else's channel. Sometimes I don't even know if that's the LDBC channel. If Bill Haney is having an interview, for example, if Teofimo Lopez is having an interview, for example, if any boxer, Floyd, any boxer that I'm interested in, because I'm doing this independent media boxing, if you want to call it, it's my job, my due diligence to check out these channels when they do have boxing personnels, because that's information that I need to know as well. They're doing a good job to have these personnels in their platform. So I don't go. I really don't go when they're just talking and debating or anything of that nature. I really don't go to channel. I got a family. I can't be stuck on YouTube. Even if I'm not saying because I don't want to. I would love to check a lot of people's work. Everybody's work. I would love to check people's work because I understand the grind. So I admire other people's grind as well. So, but I just don't have the time. If I do that all day and do what I'm doing, then time with kids, time with wife, time for myself, time healthy, work on whatever I need to work on the house. I've been so busy. I need to build a playground that has been sitting, the wood's been sitting there, you know, for like 4 days. But that's the narrative, that the BS narrative that is pushed. You understand what I'm trying to say? The BS narrative. How the hell is somebody going to be like Gary Russell Jr. and Devin Haney is more exciting than Loma and Teofimo Lopez? Why push the narrative like that? Why? Why? My truth can't be bought, man. My truth cannot be bought. And I hope everybody out there feels the same way. Your truth shouldn't be bought. Your truth is enough. Good question. Good question, my brother Shadow. And that goes to everybody. That's what I was talking about in the beginning. The narrative that is that is pushed right now out there. Now they're coming to us, and now we're gonna do what old media has been doing. That's why people have left old media and come to us spitting real shit, that raw shit. Excuse me. And now the boxing personnel, the fighters, we're not even knocking on their door as much. They're knocking on our door now. Shout out to the dudes and communities like that. If LGBT, y'all doing y'all thing, y'all got your platform. Shout out to y'all if y'all grinding. All I'm saying, don't make it a narrative. Be real. That's why they like us. That's why they like all these platforms that's speaking unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Keep it that way. Let's be raw. Let's be real. We could promote a fight. We're clever enough. We're boxing heads. We're boxing heads. We're more clever than mass media boxing. They don't follow boxing. They're just prepped. They don't follow boxing. I've talked to Showtime personnel, and I'm not going to even mention their names. I've spoken to them, and they don't even know the fighters out that they're about to do some production work on. They don't know the fighters. They don't know boxing like us. So we don't need to come with some stupid ass narrative like saying that Gary Russell Jr. and Devin Haney is a better fight than Loma and Teofimo Lopez. That's some garbage shit. That's some garbage ass narrative, bro. Come on, we could do better than that. As a community, we could do better than that. And they gotta hold themselves accountability, because there are channels that are very large. They are very large. There are a lot of fans that may walk into the YouTube circuit and want to know what's going on in the sport of boxing, and they click on the independent media that got the most more subscribers, more views, and shout out and good to them. But then you don't want them to walk in some type of bullshit. Y'all on some Biggie and Tupac shit. I say it all the time. If you like if you like Wilder, or if you're promoting Wilder and that's your poster boy to your movement on your channel, you gotta shit on Tyson Fury. If you like Devin Haney, you gotta shit on Teofimo. If you got Teofimo, you gotta shit on Devin Haney, right? If you like Pacquiao, you gotta shit on Floyd. Floyd, you gotta shit on Pacquiao. Canelo, you gotta shit on whoever he's fighting. And yo, we need to stop that weak ass analysis. We gotta stop that weak ass analysis. That's all I'm saying. SS. Yeah, I got the sweater on, man. It's kind of chilly out here. It's gonna be what? It's gonna be on 40. I think it's gonna end up where I'm at, 49 tonight. It's kind of chilly right now. So I can buy Aaron blackballing. They literally said on the other channel that Loma versus Tio is like watching a World Star video fight other than Premium Russell Jr. versus Haney. Yeah. And that's messed up. That's messed up. And I talk about the Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko fight enough. Look, morally, it's an undisputed bout. Morally, we boxing heads. We understand who is the top dog at 135. We all know that Lomachenko never lost his title. Now, I did a video earlier today, and I said that Lomachenko also has to take accountability. If I'm gonna say that Devin Haney should have dropped that WBC belt like Riddick Bowe, and I hate the way, and this is all the WBC. I'm tight at the WBC. The more is the WBC is the damn Pookies out there. They get the Mr. Pinocchio of the week or the month or the damn year. The WBC has been making decisions while drinking Don Julio and Patron. Okay, it's the WBC's fault. But also, if Devin Haney, who is a boss, then he should make boss move and accept or deflect anything that's thrown at him. Right? 50 over here. Yeah. Chino. Yeah, so yeah, I think where I'm at is gonna be like 40, 48, 49. So, and then Lomachenko, if you hear Mauricio Sudamon, the president of the WBC, explain the franchise, if we don't understand him, Mauricio Sudamon doesn't even understand himself when he's explaining the franchise WBC. Imagine him explaining it to Lomachenko. So if he's telling us that the franchise belt since day one is gonna be you're gonna fight for undisputed for the win of Comey, for Richard Comey and Teofimo Lopez. So Lomachenko will be like, all right, give me that franchise. Okay, you upgrading me or you elevating me, because that's what they call it, elevation. You elevated me, so of course I'll take that. I'll take that. It's still gonna be undisputed, but it's not right. Technically, it's not. Morally, it is. But us as boxing fans, I believe that, come on, don't F what the WBC says. We know cold-heartedly, morally, that this fight is undisputed, right? Morally. Technically, is it going to go to the Hall of Fame that way? Whoever wins, that this was an undisputed bout, that's the WBC. And we got to keep our foot on their neck, okay? We got to keep our foot on their neck, okay? Unfortunately, we got to do what that cop did to George Floyd, unfortunately, to WBC. Put it that way. That's what we got to do as fans. Keep our foot on the neck. Right? That's what we need to do as fans. We cannot let them go. We need to keep pushing into this. It's going to be October 17th. We got to keep pushing this undisputed. How you going to do this, WBC? Because you're not only effing up Teofimo Lopez possible win or accolades. You're doing it to Lomachenko. You're treating Devin Haney like a 135 stepchild in a WBC route. Yes, I said it. Now there's gonna be fans that Devin Haney gonna be like, no, it's not an undisputed. No, whoever wins gotta fight Devin Haney for undisputed. No. Because if Teofimo Lopez beats if Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko, that's the man. Everybody know that's the man. If he wants to go to 140 to go after Taylor or Ramirez, you're gonna say no. He gotta go fight Devin Haney. Yet Devin Haney at this point haven't even fought a ranked 20 rank fighter. Right? And it's just like yesterday when I was trying to say. This is not about devaluing. This is not about devaluing WBC brutality. Exactly, Jedi. WBC brutality. We gotta keep our foot on their neck. Like that cop did to George Floyd. We got to keep our foot on WBC's neck. Everybody out there, if y'all want a narrative, if y'all want a real narrative, if y'all want a real narrative, all the communities out there, in the YouTube boxing circuit, independent media, wherever, you want a narrative? Here's your narrative. Let's keep our foot on the WBC's neck like that cop did to George Floyd. That's the narrative. You want a narrative? There you go. They're not off the hook. They're not off the hook. You know why? Because this is an historic fight that they personally fucked up. Excuse my language. They messed this up. They messed this fight up. The meaning of this fight, they effed it up. Now they could come with a bunch of posters and say a win for all. Look what the WBC said today. Everybody, if you got your smartphone, go to Twitter. Go to Twitter and go to WBC's account. WBC's account, right? I understand, Moonshine, but in your boxing heart of hearts, Gordo needs to fight the WBC super title holder. But but you know why he needs to do that? World Combat Sports. I understand what you're saying, my brother. You know why he needs to do that? Because of the WBC fuck up. Excuse my language. Because they made this whole thing a confusion, which in reality it shouldn't be a confusion, but it is confusing, right? The WBC, and this is what I mean, that the way they disrespect World Combat Sport, this is what I mean when the WBC disrespects. This is what I mean that the WBC disrespects Devin Haney. And this is why it goes, look. WBC 2 hours ago tweeted Loma versus Lopez for all the marbles. What do they mean by all the marbles? Right? So they mean for everything, for all the belts, for the accolades. This is the WBC. So we interpret that means it's for everything, right? It's for undisputed. Look at Top Rank. Now, Top Rank, they can say whatever they want to say because these are their two fighters. They could promote it however they want. Winner takes all, right? What's winner takes all? You feel me? What is winner takes all? Give me a sec, y'all. So yeah, what that means, what winner takes all? Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me turn on the light. It's kind of dark. WBC encompassing on all the belts for sure and noting the language of their narrative concur. Yeah. And that's what I mean about the WBC. That's why since day one, I'm like, yo, don't mess with them. They on some Don Julio. They on that. Yo, World Combat Sport. WBC's is on that 1986 crack. If everybody, yo, the WBC is on that 1986 crack. The whole year, the way they've been making decisions. The whole year. So my beef is with WBC. We know it. We know the verge where Devin Haney was getting at. We know Teofimo Lopez left to the IBF. We know they was getting at. They was messing everything up. The WBC has messed everything up. They have put a lot of people, a lot of boxing fans, they're in ambiguity. There's a lot of people that be like, it's undisputed. It's not undisputed. No. Gary, it's technically, we already know that Devin Haney is the champion, but they don't see him as a champion. But these fighters, his contemporaries talking about that he was handed the belt, and it's all over the place. It's all devaluing, discredit, disrespected. But this is WBC's fault. This is WBC's fault. Damn, nigga, you need to come up with a better metaphor. I get your point, but you sound ignorant bringing up George Floyd and the man and no need to reference him. Get your bars up, cease. But that's what I mean, man. Like, y'all take things so effing like serious, my brother. It was a metaphor, my brother. Yes, it was a metaphor. It was a metaphor. No disrespect. I'm gonna put it like this. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm man enough to be like, yo, if that was too harsh, then I apologize as a man. You know, that was too harsh, my brother, right? No mean ill, no mean ill will. You understand? So Lisa was good. So now, you know, Batman earlier today was saying that in blue by in blue by blue sport TV, he was saying that if you don't if people can't understand what's going on, that they've been trying to stall Gary Russell Jr.'s career. And he's saying that probably Floyd Mayweather has something to do with stalling the fight of Devin Haney and Gary Russell Jr. Now, is this a strategy to buy time? You know, to come with a narrative, and now everybody is jumping on this narrative, and everybody jumping on what he said, like I'm doing right now, and deflecting on, is this fight going to happen, yes or no? Are they buying time? Is he saying that to buy time? He just threw something out there, and now people are going to go with, oh, now they're going to put Floyd Mayweather into this and saying the reason why this fight is not happening and the reason why Gary Russell Jr.'s career is not doing well is because it's Floyd Mayweather. Now, Floyd has a platform, fans that love him and hate him. Yo, what's good, my brother?
Mr. Moonshine himself.
What's good, Bill? What's good?
Drunk Boxing. What's happening, my brother? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Blessed. How are you?
Man, thank you for having me on the show, man. You know, shout out to you and you know and everyone does in the chat.
Oh yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you for
man.
having me.
Yeah, man. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's an honor, my brother. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes, sir.
so we were talking about what Batman said lately. He said
Mm-hmm.
that he don't know what's happening with this fight, and he threw in that Floyd Mayweather. He feels that Floyd Mayweather is might be keeping this fight from happening because throughout the whole year he's been calling him, excuse my language, a bitch, a suck ass bitch. And he thinks that he's been stalling his career. That's what Batman said, like, I don't even think an hour ago. Matter of
Well,
fact, just an hour ago.
well, one thing that I can't say is what the Mayweather family have been to us. You know what I mean? They've been nothing but solid all the way from you know, Roger, you know, to Floyd Sr. on down to Junior. In
Yeah,
terms of, you know, you can feed a man a fish, but if you give him a pole, he can fish for himself. And that's
true.
just what that family has given us. They've given us a blueprint, you know, to class, you know, and you know, success. You know, of course, in life, everybody is not going to always agree with some of the decisions that you make. You know, as Floyd as a fighter and both his team, you know, as well as the same as with Devin and our team. You know, but to hear from the horse's mouth, the Mayweathers, Haymon, PBC, you know, shout out to them, you know what I mean, for allowing us the opportunity to negotiate with a tremendous fighter and Gary Russell, who's the longest reigning champion, you know, and I think that it will be a great event, a big event to bring in the youngest champion. Of course, I listen to you, Mr. Moonshine, all the time, and you know, and I hear about Gamboa and you know about Devin as contemporaries. It's the only thing we doing is answering the bell to hearing what the people want. You know what I mean? It's all
Yeah,
about the people, and it's all about what the people want and who the people want to see you compete against.
yeah,
Devin, as being a promoter and not just a fighter, it affords him the opportunity to pick the guy that he wants, the guy that we're going to go after.
yeah,
And right now, we're waiting for a signature from Mr. Russell, and that's the only thing we're waiting on. We've provided everything that we can possibly provide him, and you know we await and look for him to respond. And if if it's something that he's sending over that we need to respond to and address, we'll get it back to him quickly and try to see if we can make this fight happen. Sooner than later.
So all the hands is on deck. You got the zone, yourself, Eddie, everybody's on deck. But
Absolutely.
it's only the term sheet, right?
Well, absolutely. Everyone has agreed that this is what we want to do. All parties have agreed. Now we just need Gary Russell to come on board and to confirm. That way, the zone we can get it scheduled. Hopefully that this year, because we have a date of November the 7th, and Devin, for all intent purposes, Devin is ready to go. He hasn't fought in a year. This will be the longest time of inactivity for Devin since he got his pass book as an amateur.
Yeah.
So it's essential and crucial that we get Devin back in the ring and keep him active just like he's been on the course of his greatness.
That's what's up. And how's the shoulder? Matter of fact, how's
the shoulder is great. The shoulder is great. He got a chance to see a doctor down in LA. Beautiful doctor. Did a great job. He was very patient with us in terms of it being Devin's first surgery procedure. He explained everything. Beautiful man. And Dr. Ella Thrash.
Okay.
Yeah, out of LA. Curlin Job, man. Great guy, man.
So for you, this is there might be people that say this is a great fight. There's people that say this is okay fight. Gary Russell Jr. will be coming up 2 weight classes. And that's good for Gary Russell Jr. to try to become a multi-division world champion. For Gary Russell Jr., I mean for your son, is that the best opponent available for Devin Haney?
Well,
or is that the person that y'all want the most?
Well, at this level of play, all these guys are great fighters. Gary Russell is a great fighter. I mean, on any given day, it's not an easy out for anyone, any fighter. I don't care what you say. It wasn't an easy out for Lomachenko. I think it was a majority decision, if I can remember correct. I don't think it was a split. I think it was a majority decision.
Yeah.
So to say that and Lomachenko being the superstar that he is, that it won't be an easy out for anyone. But with that saying that Gary Russell is a great fighter, it's something special about Devin. Devin is a special fighter, one of those kind of fighters that come around, every 20 years or something. That has not only the physical attributes, the giftness, but he has the mental fortitude to take on a big challenge at 21 years old. You don't see normally that a fighter not only holds out and is being courted by some of the best and the biggest, baddest promoters in the game, to hold out, to have and build his own company and build it to a position at a rate that he's built it, to be in a position to call shots that affect his legacy, and not necessarily be in a position that Mr. Gary Russell has been in, unfortunate to just be able to throw his name in there, to go after that person that he wanted to go after throughout his years. But he's a tremendous fighter. I think his family has did a great job with him. He has some brothers and stuff. They're good, man. They got a good thing going over there.
And what's special about it, and I have to say this because I did a podcast like 3 weeks ago, and I was talking about fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing, and having seeing what you have done with Devin Haney. Like, we seen this is like a reality show. Devin Haney is like a reality show. We seen him, been on YouTube, been since he was like a young kid. We seen his growth. Roy Jones Jr., Zab Judah, Floyd Mayweather, the Floyd Mayweather gym. We seen this kid grow, but we also seen the power of the father at the same time. Just like Gary Russell Sr., we seen that fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing, in which we live in a culture in which they say there's no father absence. But when you look at boxing, just boxing, forget about other sports. Boxing is that you see that so prominent. You see Teofimo Lopez Sr., Papachenko, Bill Haney, Senior, Mayweather Sr. What is it about the culture and the beautiful combination of father and son? How's it?
Oh yeah.
How's your journey? Just you and
Oh
him
yeah.
training.
Believe it or not, most of the time you'll see that it's more father and son duos than you would think not. When you and being in the sport, you'll see a lot of dads that will be in the corner and they might not be actually the face. They might not be a coach, a trainer, a manager, or the promoter, but they're definitely there. And in this sport is very few guys, I believe, that just don't have a father. I mean, and
Mm.
and it's some that Shout out to Mama's boy, Dennis. We call him Mama's boy. I don't know if you remember him. He has his mom as his coach,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. I know he's
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. And they do a heck of a job. I've worked, side by side with her, and with him, and I look over because I'm always willing to try to catch any pointers or learn, like little tricks into telling a fighter things. See, because everyone is trying to do the same thing, but it's certain little tricks and teaching that makes the job easier for the coach and for the fighter to pick up. So I'm always just trying to catch on to things. So I worked on the side of Dennis and his mom, and man, shout out to them. They're doing a great job in a sport that's a very, very tough sport that's male dominated. So I
Yeah,
want to give a
Keyshawn
shout out
Davis'
to them.
moms is in his career as well.
Oh,
Keyshawn
what?
Davis' moms.
What? I now them shout out to the Davis family as well.
Yeah,
He's a hell of a talent as well. He's up and coming too. I hope that he gets that medal over there in Tokyo. That'll be good for his family if they still have the Olympics. I think in
yeah,
2021. I've been kind of hearing something, but man, I've seen him going into a fight one time, and he just had an aura about himself. He had his mom was there, and
yeah,
he had the group, and I noticed. I noticed something special about him as well. We got a hell of a we got a hell of a future in boxing ahead of us, man.
yeah,
There's some good things on the horizon for sure.
yeah, yeah. Him and Andy Cruz be going at in the amateurs. That's like a
Oh yeah, yeah. I
rivalry.
heard
Andy,
about that. Now I heard about this kid Andy Cruz. I haven't been able to meet him, but I sure would like to meet him and see him.
another
Yeah.
great Cuban fighter. Another
Oh yeah.
good young.
Are you from Cuba?
Nah, Dominican.
Okay. Oh, you
Dominican.
Dominican? Yeah. Because
Yeah.
we have a Cuban trainer. We call him Poppy. His name is Jorge, and
Yeah.
I don't want to say defected or what moved or whatever. I guess the word is defected from Cuba when he was really young, and he was in the La Finca program over there
Okay.
in Cuba. And so we've heard some wonderful stories of dedication and resiliency of the fighters in Cuba. Of course, we always hear about the negative living conditions, but we don't always highlight the resiliency that those Cuban fighters have. They have that grit and that thing, that it thing that just I always like when I see him. I look for that Cuban hook, and you know what I'm saying, and all
Yeah,
those
yeah,
things. Devin got that stuff with him now. Devin got
yeah,
that.
yeah,
We made sure he got those gears. He got the Cuban gears too.
yeah. I mean, he's been around with a lot of Mr. Miyagi's, man, of the
Yeah, yeah.
game. He's
Yeah,
been
we
around a
went
lot
to
of
the
Mr.
Dominican. He got a gold medal in the Dominican Republic at it was a tournament at the tournament was in it was
Not La Vega, right? No.
man, it was in this low you drive it was DR
You got
I
La
can't
Vega,
think
you
of it.
got Santiago.
I remembered it. I remembered it because it was real impactful because I got a chance to see, and we would drive past all the baseball fields, and I was like, wow, the living conditions around the baseball fields weren't as good. I mean, it's state of art baseball fields,
Oh
but
yeah,
then
man.
the conditions, and I was like, wow, the government of Cuba really puts into baseball into the kids to make them the stars in baseball, and I was
Yeah,
always
man.
surprised to see that. Yeah.
One of my boys, the boxing Jedi, he said, he is you are a great example as a dad. You're a wonderful example as a dad. He just,
Oh,
I
thank you,
just,
brother. I try. I just try to be. What my kid needs are. You know what I mean. If he would have been playing football, I would be on the sideline. If he played tennis, then we would have went to Compton and looked for Serena and Venus's dad for wisdom.
that's a sub. That's man, you grind, man. You grind.
Yeah.
Yo, and look, I've been very vocal about this WBC and the way they've been moving, and it
Mhm.
trickles down to fighters, or people may say that I may be talking ish about Loma, I may be talking ish about Devin Haney, but it's all about the WBC and their moves. It's just like a tweet, like their a tweet 2 hours ago. Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez for all the marbles. Now, when they say about all the marbles, what do they mean? And
Right.
this is what this is what I've been saying for the longest. Like saying that is actually, in my opinion, shitting on Devin Haney at the same time. But that's just me. That's the way I interpret it.
Well, it just depends on interpretation, because you got to understand, and we got to keep it consistent. Okay, if 11-year-old kid, you tell him that the franchise belt is the one that Mayweather held with pride, the Canelo, he challenged, you know, he gave it up, he won. He has 25 franchise belts, and that was the belt that Devin wanted. The WBC belt that Devin holds is the belt that Devin saw as a kid that he wanted, no matter what. See, so we knew along the line that when we get there, you're going to either fight us or you're going to give the belt up. We knew through history, through time, that that's what it is. And by you being a promoter, by Devin being a promoter, it's no way to play politics on him. You know what I mean? It's no way to tell him, okay, don't worry about it, kid. You know, you'll get a chance. He dropped the belt, and that's no way to win it. You know what I mean? It's no way to win it, buddy. You just don't want to do it like that, right? You know, if you can't tell him like that. What you can do is what people must understand. And when you complain to the WBC is about wearing that green belt with pride and with honor, with backing up the mandatories, with doing it the way that the Sugar Ray Leonard, the Mike Tyson, the Floyd Mayweather has done it. If you petition for a franchise status, it's not an elevation, because you can't win up to it. You have to petition. So there's no elevation in it. What you guys are misunderstanding, a status for a belt. On the night of there will be no franchise belt to win. There will be a franchise status to win. And in that franchise status, that means that you can, with the WBC, meaning you can become the mandatory like that. You can then petition to fight. So the franchise will trump any other mandatory. If you're in a mandatory position, you then become the mandatory for the WBC title. If that's what rocks your boat. In our case, that's everything to us. That definitely rocks our boat. We're not fooled. We're not bamboozled. We know that the WBC lightweight title is the title to get.
Okay.
Period.
All right.
And the title to have, and the title to defend.
Yeah, I understand 100% what you're saying. I'm just going by the interpretation of Mauricio Sudamons and his interviews, and maybe his language barrier. Maybe he's not expressing himself.
He's explained it perfectly clear. He said that Top Rank petitioned him.
Part, yes.
Top Rank asked for it. Then he came back and he said, okay, so Top Rank came back, and then they said that Teofimo Lopez would be asking for it too.
Yeah.
So when you talk about all the marbles, you're talking about the franchise, the WBA, for all of those marbles, not the WBC World Lightweight Championship.
So it's almost like they wouldn't say the word.
Of course not. Of course.
Yeah. So they just put it out there like a marketing tactic.
Right. But with that franchise status, that means that Canelo at any given time could go get in. What weight class is he the franchise holder of?
Well, he got the title when he was in 160, but with the franchise, you could move up and down, whatever you want to do. Right? He got it after 160 after beating Triple G. He got the franchise belt. Then he went up.
Okay, so there you go. Right there is so then you're the franchise heavyweight champion. You can just move it wherever you go.
No.
No. What I'm saying is, how do you move it?
Yeah. No. I understand that part. Me, I would debate that when I was having this discussion, and I was like, I will understand if Lomachenko will be in 140 and move. And then, you know, as Devin Haney was the interim at the time, you know, you get elevated if the boxer just leaves the division or he retires. He gets elevated as an interim and becomes full champion. Just like Canelo Alvarez, he got in 160, but he moved up, and then they elevated Jamal Charlo.
See,
But then,
mhm, the
but
thing
then,
about that
go
punch,
ahead.
the thing about that punch is when you say elevated, that means that elevated for us means we're out of the way. Like we don't have no mandatories. That means that the people won't be able to see that we're trying to get the people in the ring. See, if I got a mandatory, that means that I got to fight. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
No,
Now,
I feel you. I
no,
feel you.
no, no. Well, see, what Fortuna was the mandatory, right? He was a mandatory one time. Then he didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight when the WBC tournament with him and T.O. and all of us were in the tournament, which is a hell of a thing to do, is to put a young fighter in a tournament with Teofimo Lopez, um, Javier Fortuna, Devin Haney, Zawur Abdulev, only to fight. If you win the tournament, then you fight Luke Campbell for the WBC title. But
Yeah.
while we entered into the tournament, Teofimo said that he was going to go the more smarter route and he was going to go the IBF route, which it was like, I'm not putting in all that work to just go, and I'm going to go the same route and I'm going to do it. I'm going to play politics. And he said it, which is okay. So he went, which is okay. You
Smart
know, it's
business, no
business.
problem.
Yeah, smart business. That's what I was looking for.
To get
Smart
to
business
get to Loma, to
to
Loma.
get to Loma, to get to Loma. So we're on the other end trying to get to Loma. And when Devin and him met up, they had an agreement that they both were ready for Lomachenko. That's one thing that Devin said, is that Devin feels that Teofimo has all the chance in the world to beat Loma. That's
Yeah,
coming from the desk of Devin. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Now, that was pre-pandemic. We hope that, we hope that Tio stayed strong through the pandemic in terms of being on his course of just being on his course, and he didn't fall back a couple steps. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Because I'm pretty sure Lomachenko went tucked under and was doing some shit right now. He's fucking working out right now. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? He's one of the most prepared fighters in boxing. Probably next to Dev. I mean, I think that they both work out a lot.
yeah.
And kind of show their routines, kind of show the intensity of their routines and stuff. But to answer your question, we
And
don't.
it's funny because Teofimo Lopez have sparred your son, and Teofimo Lopez has sparred Gary Russell Jr. too. So
Oh,
he
really?
could, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
okay.
he could actually have an input on how that fight could go. I want to see what he has to say about that.
Well, T.O. will probably tell you right now with this 135-pound war that's going on. I know it's competitive. We all, they came up in the amateurs. I know his dad, and as time goes on, and as things settle down, and all these kids go to the levels that and the heights that they will go to, we'll all probably sit down and and have one of those Coronas or Heinekens or you know what I mean,
A
whatever,
cigar
cigar.
lamp.
Yeah, yep.
So
But I
what
mean,
you
it's been a hell of a ride, man. It's been, I mean, and then with this whole fight, man, and then to be here on the show with you and with the whole, how it
oh
started out as just an idea, how it started out as an idea,
yeah.
and then to go from it being an idea on the LDBC platform, and then to DAZN picking it up, to to DAZN being interested, to you getting it, to the media. I mean it's just everybody now has gotten on to this fight, man. And it's my black brothers, my brown brothers, my Asian brothers. You know what I mean? It's all it's all races of people coming together right now talking about this fight, and
Yeah,
that's what I love about boxing, bro. Is
yeah,
it
yeah. I think
brings
you're
people
actually
together?
you're making this fight. Is like you're creating this
Yes,
buzz because you're doing the groundwork. I
yes.
respect that. I respect
Yes,
that grind because
and
you
it
do the
started. And it started with the people. It started with the people. This is groundbreaking, brother. To
no.
start to start the way that we started from an idea, and then bring it back to the big boys. You know what I mean? Packaged up and ready to go. You know, for the people, by the people, has been groundbreaking, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm waiting on Mr. Gary Russell to sign.
And you know what you know what I do like about this. What I love about this, matter of fact, is that that groundbreaking move, you will start a trend.
Yes,
It will start a new. It's like you're opening the doors for us,
absolutely,
for independent media, for us to be
absolutely,
taken serious, for our words
absolutely,
and
bro,
to be loud and clear. And
absolutely.
you're actually you're doing that with this fight. If this fight does take place, I feel like that opens up the floodgates and a new wave for independent media. And old media will have to, I don't know, they got to sit back.
Well, it be hope to be my vision that old media will one day respect new media. New media will earn that, have that respect from old media, and then we'll have a working relationship. That way, these great stories of these families that show this hard work and determination will come together. You know, they'll be able to be seen everywhere around the world, because these
Yeah.
fighters, they spend their lives, you know, trying to, you know, get to entertain the people of all races and creeds, you
Yeah.
know. And for a fighter wants the building full. So you know what I'm saying? That's what a fighter don't just want his family there or his race of people. He wants everybody in the building, and that's what I love about this sport, is it brings everybody together, you know.
It's a buffet. It's a
Yes
buffet.
sir, yes sir.
So if let's say if this fight doesn't come through fruition, if
Oh,
this
brother, don't talk so negative, brother.
no,
Don't
I'm
talk
just
so
saying the what
negative.
if. It's always the what if. And I know you don't want to
Oh,
see it that way. It's plan A or nothing. You know, I understand. It's plan
brother,
A.
I haven't left the house I haven't left the house in a week. I'm waiting on Mr. Gary Russell's phone to call. I'm waiting for a tweet. I'm waiting for a fax, an email. I mean, I'm just waiting. I'm on
But
the edge of my seat, just like you guys.
the longer it takes, November 7th, that's 8 weeks out. The longer it takes, y'all might have to push the date.
Well, we're going to go to work at the gym tonight, and we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to work, and we hope that, like I said, we got videos dating back where we seen um, Mr. Gary Russell working out. Man, I mean, listen, you know, he work out he when he's working out and I'm watching him, I can get tired. You dig what I'm saying? That's just watching him. You know, it
Yeah,
makes me say, man, I got to get up off this couch and go put in some work. When I
yeah,
see Mr. Gary Russell sweating and doing the thing, he doing the turn thing, he punching. A new video came out of him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I say this. I said it's about 7 weeks and 6 7 days away now. If
Hmm.
we can make this thing happen and keep them great people over there at the zone on the hook for this date, and
Yeah.
keep the people sitting on their seats in 7 weeks and 6 days, 5 or 6 days, I think you will see the biggest and best fight in boxing in quite some time.
Okay, all right, all right. Mickey Bay, the new trainer.
Yeah, he's
You
been
working
a
with
wonderful
the
addition.
youngest champion, Devin Haney,
Hmm.
the youngest trainer, Mickey Bay.
Okay.
How's that on transition?
Well, Mickey,
Oh, it's breaking up. Hey, you're breaking up. I can't. I think you blacked out.
can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, you could jump in. Um, yeah, you could press the link again. I think you timed out. So, got you. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, the Bay family, both Mickey and Cortez, they've been a wonderful addition many years ago. We didn't never just start working with the Bays. The Bays, you know, Mickey, you know, has always been instrumental in just talking to Devin, even when Devin was a world champion. Sometimes those talks, you know, good, bad, or indifferent, because you know, have meant the world to Devin. Because as
yeah,
you've talked to him, he's a wealth of information of
yeah.
things, things to do and things to not let be done to you as
Exactly.
well. So he gives us that brother gives us a great blueprint you know what I mean, of behind the scenes blueprint of his life and what happened. So, you know, he's just a wonderful addition, both him and his brother Cortez.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I think he has the knowledge of the Stewart, the Kronk gym, the TMT gym, Senior, Roger, Floyd himself.
Right.
I think that was a great move. I never saw that move coming, but that was a great move. You know, that was a
Yeah.
great move, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we do over here, man. We make moves for sure.
So, man, we just waiting on that Gary Russell Jr. man signature.
Yeah, that's it, brother. That's all we waiting, man. And then we, like I said, we appreciate all you guys, man. You know, we appreciate all the new media, man, who's been covering this. I mean, so diligently. Like I said, it started out at barbershop in the barbershop over there with Fred. You know what I mean? And we just talk. You know, and we talking, and Gary Russell came in. He came into the shop. I came in, and boy, we got to cooking. Then it ended up over there at Fanon. Went there to Trill. You know what I mean? And now we here. Now we here over here at Punch Drunk Boxing with Moonshine himself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask you about Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell. If they win, that's gonna be mandatory for Devin Haney.
Oh man, that's a tremendous fight. I mean, you see what the Garcias did. They didn't step their game all the way up. You know, y'all was asking for it. Y'all asked, was Ryan ready? Well, he answered the bell. He didn't stepped up to that veteran, that tall guy, and Luke Campbell. And Luke Campbell ain't nothing to play with either, because he's tall, he's long, he's rangy. He's been in there with everybody. You know?
That's a good fight. He's gonna come as the underdog. Ryan Garcia is coming as the underdog on that fight.
I'm gonna tell you what. The Luke Campbell fight, I told you, out of all the 35-pounder, well, I didn't tell you, I told the meet, I said, out of all the 35-pounders in the business, Luke Campbell is the one that I look at and I say, okay, let's go. We gonna bring our lunch messing with him, because he's a boxer, he's tall, you know, and he has decent power to, you know, but he has skills. He got the skills he got skills, man, with that height. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see no advantages to Devin height, reach wise. You know what I mean? He liked to box. He's awkward, southpaw, great left hand. Then you got Ryan Garcia, speed, with all the speed in the world, developing power, messing with that great Canelo team over there, man. I'm talking about, that's a hell of a fight, man. And that's the one for the fans. I can't pick it. I just say that, I tell you what, the fans are going to be the winners.
The fans are the winners on that one. But we know that Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, has been marinated since amateurs. That's a big fight. Yo, it don't matter. There's belts on the line. That's a big fight. That's a big fight.
You talking about having me bite my nails again? I bit my nails off enough when in the amateurs messing with that kid. I don't know how many times they fought. It's so conflicted. You know, Devin say he won the most. Ryan said that he did. But I'll tell you what, every time that they fought, everybody in the amateurs would gather around the ring. You know what I mean? So I don't expect nothing different.
There is a channel, man. I don't know from the I don't got it in memory, but I'll probably forward it to you. There's a channel that has like 5 of their fights.
Oh.
This guy, I forgot the name, man. They got like 5 of their fights. They got Thurman, Andre, they got Charles Hatley. They got a bunch of amateurs. I don't even know where this guy gets all this stuff.
Wow. I would like to see that. But I don't want to go back too far back there, because Devin,
they meant.
Bad man. I mean, tell the Garcias, if you're watching, he's a bad man since then. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yo, that's like a Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya type of fight. You know, from the same.
Absolutely. You know, it'll be one for the ages for sure, because the Garcias, like I say, they ain't playing, and we ain't letting up over here either. So it'll definitely be a treat for the fans whenever it happens.
See, me understanding the business of boxing, I will be like, you know what? That fight has to marinate to get the mass money, because that's already a marinated fight, but that
Yeah.
deserves that. Like, what if Ryan Garcia beats Luke Campbell, Devin Haney beats his Gary Russell Jr. or his next opponent? We don't know.
Gary Russell Jr. He
Gary
beats
Russell
Gary
Jr.
Russell
All
Jr.
right, let's keep it to Gary
Let's
Russell.
stay
Beats,
optimistic. Yeah.
all right, he beats Gary Russell Jr. I would think they will have to wait just one more fight, in my opinion, until things get situated with the pandemic, because it has to be on
Well,
some
I'll tell you
soldier.
one thing. One thing about him, he's put himself in a hell of a position. The Garcia family has that that they're fighting for that interim title, that also valuable interim title, which means if Devin Haney doesn't want to fight for the belt, then he will become the world champion. If Devin should leave and vacate the belt, then he would automatically become the world champion, because after he beats Luke Campbell, there's nobody else to beat other than Devin Haney.
Yeah, that would be and you'll
You see what
probably
I'm saying? So as
no.
an interim, so he wouldn't go back again and then say, okay, well, let's fight backwards if Devin didn't want to fight him. So Devin just drops the belt and they say, okay, well, let's make the belt vacant. So then you have somebody fight for the vacant world title and then skip over the interim. So what the interim title holder would say is, Devin Haney didn't want to fight me. I fought everybody. I had the silver belt, the interim belt. Ryan has won all the other belts. Only other belt is the world title. So if he doesn't fight Devin Haney for it, then you should give it to him. If we don't show up to defend our belt, then you would give it to him. But you won't have that happen. Devin
Yeah,
sleeps with that belt. He sleeps with that belt up under his pillow. Ain't nobody, you can't get to that belt. I'm telling you, Garcia family, you got to fight him. If you're
he
expecting us to lay down,
he kick, he kicks the he kicks his girl out the bedroom and sleeps
Oh,
with the sleep
absolutely.
with the.
Listen, absolutely. Listen, if the Garcia family is hoping that we do what the great Lomachenko and they family did, I want to let you know right now, we're not dropping the belt. We are not petitioning to franchise champion. We're not doing none of that. We doing this shit old school. We
Nah,
taking
man,
it as it comes.
and the confidence that you have also people around your son is cool. Like you and Henry Garcia, because Henry Garcia could have still trained him, but he said, you know what?
Right.
Let me give him to Eddie Reynoso. I probably
Absolutely.
took him up to to a level that I could take him, but I want the best for my son. Let me take him to this gym. Canelo is there, and you're the same way. You're taking your son to the best to the best minds of boxing.
Yes,
You
sir.
know,
That's what
so he
I
got a
set out to do.
PhD at the age of 21.
Yes, sir. That's what was the plan. And so far we cooking.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Devin Haney, Gary Russell Jr. That's the fight.
That's it.
Gary Russell Jr. signed the damn paperwork, right?
If
Signed the
you got
damn
his
paper.
number, call him, Mr. Moonshine. You can give him a call if you want to. You know what I mean? On the
Hey,
behalf of us. Give him a call. Let him know we looking for him. Devin
got to, man.
is looking for.
He got to stay in the limelight. Gary Russell Jr. got to stay in the limelight. You know?
Yeah, don't go hiding now, Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Ain't no time to hide now.
I got one question from the comment box.
Okay.
They asked, Guido asked, who's the 5 best fighters today for you?
5 best fighters today.
I know you're going with the Young Bucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I got too many guys that I respect, and I don't want to leave nobody out. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, Devin Haney.
Now I could easily been like I do love the future of boxing.
Okay, how about I do this? Let me tell you the 5 fighters that I respect and I like outside of Devin. Let me go with this. Shakur Stevenson. Tank Davis. Canelo.
Okay.
Wilder.
All right.
Shit. I like shit. That's who's my fifth one, man. Darren Cunningham.
Okay.
10-0. DHP.
All right. He's working with Mickey Bay too, right?
Mickey Bay. Yep.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That sounds a little biased right there, though. That sound but
Hey,
all right.
hey, listen, you know, I gotta be my favorite fighters gotta be people that I'm working with and I'm passionate about as well. I mean, you know, that's what makes it your favorite fighter, win, lose, or draw. You know, you don't ride with the Raiders just because they're winning, and then if they're losing, then that's no longer your favorite. You know what I mean? It's always something special about that favorite fighter. If the fighter might have acknowledged you, or the fighter might have said something to Devin, or the fighter might have said something you like, or had something to war. You know what I mean? It's always different things that make up your favorite fighter. You know?
Yeah. That's an opinion in
That's just an
itself.
opinion. Yeah. But shout out to everybody. I mean, I could go on and on and on, man. You know?
Yeah.
Bud,
Yeah.
Earl, you know. Yeah,
But
I
man,
mean, a lot of,
you
you know,
you're giving all the information that we need concerning the WBC, concerning Gary Russell Jr. next fight.
yeah, y'all don't be too hard on him, man. Listen, the kid
Who
that's going into
on
on the
Devin or
WBC,
okay.
no, on the WBC, in the sense of, listen, they have the belt. Everyone knows the rules. I mean, they didn't order him to be the franchise. He had the petition for it, and then everybody got on the WBC for letting him do it. Why wouldn't you let him be a franchise champion if that's what he want to do? Meaning, I don't know what it means, but I'm saying if that's what he wants to do. But
he got to take accountability for that too, Lomachenko.
yeah, that's Lomachenko. That's what he wants to do. That's what Canelo wants to do. Why would we could petition as well, but we don't want to. We're not petitioning. We're not petitioning. We're not looking like, oh my God, we can't wait to get the franchise belt. We want to get the 140-pound the world belt. Okay, so now we should start focusing on getting the franchise belt. If we went up to 140, where is the franchise belt? You got a petition. It's not a belt. It's a status.
But what you say that
it's a status.
that they said they making a belt for the fight.
You said what if I said that they're making a belt?
That's what they said. Teofimo Lopez Sr. stated that they're making a belt for the fight. The franchise is going to become a belt.
Okay,
on
so
fight night.
There we go. On fight night. They're making that for that. They're not making it for the next person to win. They're not making it for Ryan Garcia and them to win. That's not a belt. It'll be a personal belt that's made up like a diamond belt, like Mikey Garcia is the Empress champion, you know. So a belt can be made up, but it's not a belt. It's not a championship belt. It's a franchise title.
So Lomachenko stole his own glory and becoming undisputed.
Huh?
So Lomachenko stole his own glory in becoming a undisputed champion. Because if he never accepted the belt, he would still have the regular belt, and then because he was gonna face the winner of Richard Comey and Teofimo Lopez after his fight. Because think about it,
he was gonna he was supposed to get a tune-up fight. He was supposed to get a tune-up fight when he had the belt, and then when he was the franchise, he had a. If you take a look, can you take a look and see how long it's been since Lomachenko fought? When did he fight last?
Nah, he fought 2 weeks before your son fought for the interim.
Right. So it's been over a year since he's fought, right? Or about a year or whatever.
Yeah, about a year. Yeah, he fought in August, late August. Then
late
2
August.
weeks. Then 2 weeks after Devin Haney fought.
Okay, so I say
they elevated him. Well, they gave him the franchise title in October.
Right. Because he petitioned at the
WBC convention.
At the convention. But see, ironically, he was petitioning at the convention and we were coming to petition to fight him.
Okay. All right. But didn't Devin Haney
remember I said the interim title, like Ryan Garcia, when he wins, then he petitions to fight us. He challenges us as the interim champion. But the thing about it is we're already the champion. We can't challenge for the interim title. So we can't win the interim title. We can't challenge for that, and we can't challenge for the franchise title.
Yeah.
We can only be challenged.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of
No,
miscommunication.
do you understand that? But you
Yeah.
understand that though. We can
No, I
only be
understand.
challenged. So
Yeah.
we're the top dog. When you got that, you can be challenged. That means that it's something to win.
Yeah.
You can challenge. You want that. People want it. You can't just have that prize, that green belt, and then say, okay, well now nobody can challenge me for it. Right? Now maybe Teofimo is happy with the belt that they're going to make up for it, but we can't challenge him for that.
Yeah.
We can't put him in a corner for that. But with the green belt we have, he can put us in a corner if he petitions because he beats Lomachenko, then he petitions to fight us. Or he just keeps the people fooled that he won. He won. Well, you beat Lomachenko, but
now,
you didn't beat Devin.
In the Teofimo Lopez interview that I had with him, he said if anybody needs clarification, I'll fight Devin Haney next after I beat Lomachenko. That's what he said.
No, it's no clarification because the Mauricio Suleiman already told him that if that's what he wants to do, that because he will petition for the franchise. Now, mind you, if he didn't petition for the franchise, then he couldn't become the mandatory challenger, right? I mean, but no, I take that back. Is because he'd have those belts, so he would be the unified champ, so he could want to fight us. But if he's the franchise champ, he can make the fight. You see what I'm saying? With the franchise, you can make us get in the ring, and then you clearly is undisputed with the franchise. That's why he has to petition to get the franchise.
Yeah, technically,
so it's a mandatory. It's a mandatory. It's like a trump card. It's like a mandatory. And what franchise does is it says, okay, I'll drop the belt. I'll drop.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Bill.
Okay.
Yeah, my son opened the door, so I got the light on, so all these mosquitoes are gonna go inside the house. Okay. I'm like, hell no.
No. Yeah. So yeah, you understand that's like a trump card. It's like, okay, you got to fight me. So if he petitions for that, and he knows that the people ain't gonna go for it because he knows that Devin's machine is big enough that he is not, and the voice is too loud. It's not gonna work. That's why I understand it's becoming all like the marbles. They make it for all the marbles for all what's another good slang saying? All the marbles, all the.
Now they got all the marbles. Top rank got the winner takes all.
Yeah. You know what I mean? All those little catchy, that little shit. Winner takes all, but it doesn't say it's not undisputed. Because anytime that you have dispute in it, then it doesn't become, it's not, it's left up for dispute. So by him having all the belts, then it's like, it's undisputed to me. So by bringing the franchise in, I said, okay, well, if you add 5, if you add 4, then add 1, add 5, then the new way of being undisputed is all 5.
Yeah. That would be a big fight because I think they're gonna have the ring belt or the lineal belt on the line too.
Right. So that's why we sit tight. We sit tight, and we know you got to come to us. We told him that. We said, all right. We said you're gonna have to come to us though. Ain't no getting around. You drop all them belts and duck out again. You drop all of those belts and not fight Devin Haney to go up to 140 where there's no fight at. No big fight. The biggest fight in boxing then becomes Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney.
Now I would say if Teofimo Lopez, if he goes up to 140 and fights and he's going directly to fight a Taylor or Ramirez, then I will understand because he's still going to fight for a unification belt, going to 140, becoming 2-division world champion. If he's not going to do that directly, I would like him to fight Devin Haney after.
Well,
if he wins.
If it's about fighting the easier route to get to the belts and the slicker way to get to the belts, well, shit, we just picked one up. It was one over here on the ground. You know what I mean?
Yo, you made me choke on the coconut water.
I love what the Lopez family. I love what the Lopez family is doing in Reverend. I mean, it's just like I said, Devin is something special, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear no line around the corner saying next. You know what I mean? We put this work in. I knew it would come a time. I think that what Devin did was he accelerated the opportunities for youngsters. It was like yesterday. It just like seemed like yesterday these guys was kids. Now it's like they're the guys now. All the young dudes. You know what I mean? They're the
Now
guys now.
I feel they. I mean,
crazy.
I feel like they're the guys. They are the guys, but even more than the prime fighters today, because the moves.
I know it just tripped. It just like flipped over, like all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're the one that's challenging themselves right now. If you think about all the fights right now, like think about it. The fans want, for example, Bud Spence, right?
Mm-hmm.
They both same side of the street, things of that nature, but ain't nobody pressing nobody with contracts.
Right.
Here comes Haney. He says, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna give you 1.5 million, and I'm gonna send you the contract.
Absolutely.
Now, if we hear that type of talk with the prime fighters, we don't hear that type of talk. We hear like, oh, we need to speak to Al Haymon, or we need to speak to Eddie Hearn, or we need to speak to Bob Arrow. But here comes a 21-year-old saying, I want to fight you. Here's the money, and I'm gonna send you the contract. That's bold. That's the way a call out should always be. If it, and if it's not like that, then every other call out is clout to me.
That's what I think. You know, because he talks to Floyd a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give a lot of that mentorship to not only me, but as well as, you know, his relationship with Floyd, and a lot of things that he's doing when that Pretty Boy would do in 2020.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's what Pretty Boy would do in 2020. Other than just be a fighter, just be a bad motherfucker, Pretty Boy would have his business intact like he had it intact, you know, from the middle and to the end of his career. So I think Devin, based on, you know, having a dad like me and then Floyd, that he's now challenged himself to also have his business correct so he can do the things and say the things and be brash and bold and confident like he is.
Well, the biggest fight of the century, you know, the most lucrative fight of the century, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather had to say to Manny Pacquiao, yo, leave your promoter out of discussion. Let's meet in the hotel and let's discuss it. And that's how they met, and they made the fight. So even that has become a trend that to make fights, fighters just go to the other fighter.
Yes.
Bring all the business, and then you could talk to the promoters. Look what we talked about. Look at the numbers. That's what it is. Look at the buzz that's going on. Now I'm gonna present this to Eddie Hearn, and I'm gonna present this to whoever, Al Haymon. But at least the fighters, because that's what it seems like y'all doing. Is Gary Russell Jr. and Devin Haney, y'all speaking, y'all building this up, y'all talking about the numbers. Now y'all taking it to the table. Now y'all taking it right back to the zone and Eddie Hearn. Look what we have here. Is that what y'all?
Absolutely. We got DAZN salivating on that fight, man. They love it. They sent over on Fanam's channel. They sent over fight is on fire. You know what I mean? So to get them to respect the fact that as a network to reach out to some of the non-traditional channels that they don't reach out to and respect how this fight got made was, you know, it was unbelievable, and it was something that, you know what I mean, that I totally take pride in being a part of.
You send a trend, my brother. You sending a trend. But hey, it's Devin Haney promotion. This is what you got to do.
Hey, let's do it, brother. Working together works, man. You know, so let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got anything else you want to say to the fans? Say
I to appreciate the people Mr. Moonshine himself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. Everybody in the chat, man. Y'all blessings on top of blessings, man. And we'll rap again. Stay strong until we talk again.
I salute, my brother.
Peace, my brother.
All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The great Bill Haney talking about the great Devin Haney. Yo, it's transcending. He's setting the trend. He's going against the grain. He's building something, a formula that if this fight come through fruition, which hopefully it will, optimistically it will, Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Get ready. All the independent channels out there, they're going to be knocking on the door. And this is what I mean. And this is what I say about everybody else out there that's doing their thing. And shout out to everybody else that's doing their thing, whether people like it, whether people rock with y'all, subscribe to y'all, follow, don't follow, or whatever. We're going to have a responsibility now. Our responsibility as new media is not to have a BS narrative just to overthrow the BS old media's narrative. We got power. Our voices have powers. That's the way that we have, you know, we're groomed to have. Our voices is power. Our platform could be power if, you know, we do it right. We do it genuinely, unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. There's a lot of people that's looking up to a lot of independence channels. They running up to the independence channel because they have lost faith to those old media. Good looking out, Chino. Good looking out, Lewis. Everybody in the comment box. Good looking out for rocking with us. And good looking out, Devin Haney, Bill Haney. Thank you very much for showing love to the channel, and explaining all the things that's going on between the Gary Russell Jr., Devin Haney, potential fight, highly potential fight. It is a good fight for Gary Russell Jr. Is a good fight for Devin Haney, which at this age, at 21 years old, going to be facing the best technical fighter he ever faced at the age of 21. A lot of people that's talking about that Gary Russell Jr. moving up 2 weight classes, man. Everybody move up 2 weight classes. Everybody moves up. Everybody moves up. Gary Russell Jr. He's trying to accomplish greatness. Is he gonna come short? Maybe, or maybe he makes history. His own history as well. 2 division world champion if he beats Devin Haney. Devin Haney, there's a lot of people that feel like he got a lot of things to prove. That he got to make that belt that he has, the WBC championship belt, to put weight on. People want him to put weight on it. People want him to prove something. This generation, and I don't want people out there to shame other young fighters because you have this, you love this other young fighter. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Just because you love Teofimo Lopez, that doesn't mean that you need to hate Devin Haney and vice versa. Just because you like Ryan Garcia, you need to shame Devin Haney. Just because Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia are having great challenging fights, that doesn't mean you have to be like, oh, now Devin Haney got to do it now. He got to do it, or he ain't shit, or he ain't this. Because really, if you think about it, these guys are 21, 22, 23 years old. They still haven't even developed that truth adult strength yet. That's the scary part. The scary part, these guys are special. That's the scary part. We know that. We know that they're going to be in the forefront of sport of this sport. They all groomed to the sport. They're all great kids. They're not on some street, on some hood type of you know, ratchet type of time. These are great kids that was groomed to box. Let's not shame these fighters, because you know what? These young fighters are actually doing. These young fighters are actually doing what we want these prime fighters to do. Teofimo Lopez fighting Lomachenko. Great fight. Probably the biggest in 2020. The biggest in 2020. The young dude that he didn't have to face a Lomachenko. He could easily take a 2-0 fight, an easy fight, just to make a defense. He's going straight to Lomachenko. I ain't going to take my time. I'm hungry. I'm young. I got all the physical ability. I trust myself. IQ, everything. He is going for him. Now you got Ryan Garcia, which people wanted to diss. Oh, he's asking for this much money. He was supposed to fight in July 4. He was supposed to fight in July whatever, in August 17th. Oh, what happened to Ryan Garcia? You know what? Guess who he's fighting now? Luke Campbell. Now, imagine he would have fought July 4th. He probably would have fought somebody that we don't even want. Unknown name, put it that way. But now he's fighting Luke Campbell. And he's going into that fight being an underdog. And I'll say this again about Ryan Garcia and all these young fighters. You and I know that it's not our job to set a price on these fighters. They know their values. Let them create their value. So we're not in position to be like, oh, this fighter should take this money. This fighter should take this money. Nah, that's another form of oppress if I think about it like that. Because I know, you know, and I know that you would not allow me to tell you how much you're worth. You know and I know that you would not allow me to tell you how much you are worth. So for you to tell a fighter how much he's worth, or he should take this money, or he should be, how you say it, duped up the behind, and get fucked and get robbed in sport of boxing, and let everybody around boxing, everybody got their cookie jar, nobody takes them for accountability. Nobody questions them and their integrity. Y'all want to go after the fighters. We need to stop that, ladies and gentlemen. We need to stop that. Ryan stops Campbell. He's on a different level in the lightweight division. I got Ryan beating Campbell as well, my brother. I got Ryan beating as well. And and you know what? It's good. Because think about it. Gervonta Tank Davis beat Leo Santa Cruz. Devin Haney beats Gary Russell Jr. Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko. Woo! Can you imagine the 135 pounds, man? Can you imagine if Teofimo Lopez stays, if he beat Lomachenko? Now, it's a hard fight. I wouldn't be surprised either if Lomachenko does his thing, man. Lomachenko is the man right now. Right now, he's the man. I got Fimo beating Lomachenko. I got Devin beating Gary. They fight. I got Ryan beating Campbell. I got Davis beating Leo Santa Cruz. And can you imagine the 4 horsemen right here? The 4 horsemen right here. Can you imagine how much money they can make? Can you imagine the buzz that they can make at this age? Can you imagine? Trust me, we'll be forgetting about the prime fighters right now that's actually over marinating their fights. You understand what I'm trying to say? The takeover is here. The takeover is now. The dream is here. Ryan Garcia is here. Tank Davis, I hope he's slimming down. You know, that 3 months pregnant belly, I hope is coming down. But I'm rooting for Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm rooting for these young guys because I believe they are the one challenging themselves right now. They are the one that's bringing the big fights. All the women boxers out there, y'all doing a hell of a job bringing some excitement to the sport of boxing. Shout out to all the women out there. McCaskill, Breaker's going to be fighting the rematch. That's going to be a wonderful fight. Shout out to McCaskill for that great win you had with Breakers. Oh, man. The first lady is trying to come back and get her belts back. That's going to be a huge fight. Amanda Serrano Amanda Serrano, 7th Division World Champion, the knockout queen of boxing, the pound for pound knockout queen of boxing, is going to announce her date very, very soon. Women boxing on the rise. Men out there, this is a gentleman's sport. Be gentleman enough and support these ladies because they're entertaining us probably better than the fellas right now. Every round is a damn war. Every round is a damn war. This is a gentleman's sport. It's our job as gentlemen to support women boxing because they should be compensated well. They should not be going flip-flopping to the UFC and fighting a boxing match and they can't get, you know. Chat was good. Chat was good. Man, yo, chat, it's right now so positive. I could turn this into I want to turn this to a podcast, my brother. If I do that, then it kills it, man. It kills it. You feel me, chat? It kills it. I don't want to even pay. I don't even want to give him attention right now. You feel me, chat? You gotta understand me on that one, man. This was a good stream, bro. I don't feel like I want to do it, man. I promise you on that one, but yo, man, I don't want to do it on this one, man. It's so positive, man. I think it'll break right now the integrity of the live. You feel me? Respect the queens of boxing. That's what I'm talking about. Amanda is the queen of boxing. All these are queens, but she's just the pound for pound knockout queen. You know, humble ladies. Humble warriors. These are modern day warriors, modern day gladiators that put their life on the line for our own pure entertainment. The Russell and the Devin Haney fight is still It still haven't been signed and sealed. But we hoping it's gonna be delivered. I think it's a good fight for both of these guys. It's a good fight for Gary Russell Jr. It's a good fight for Devin Haney for whatever's for what's on the table. Of course, there's people gonna be out there. We want him to fight another 135 pounder. Could it be Felix Verdejo? Could it be Jorge Linares? He's healthy. It could be Richard Comey. Those are good fights for Devin Haney as well. But this is what's sitting on the table right now, and I respect the push from the Haneys. I respect the gutsy boss move by Devin Haney in telling a fighter, this is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I've been trying to say this for a while. Forget about all call-outs in boxing. Every time you hear a boxer call out somebody, forget about the call-out. Don't pay no mind. Just look at it as cap. Just look at it as clout. Do not pay attention. Until a fighter goes to another fighter and say, yo, I'm going to send you a contract. My representative is going to contact your representative, just like how Keith Thurman did to Bud Crawford. And everybody thought it was clout. Al Haymon and his representative contact Bob Aaron. Bob Aaron said, they're not playing no games. That's a real call out. Devin Haney telling Gary Russell Jr., sending him a term sheet. Sending him, this is going to be the money that we going to give you, 1.5. 1.5 million. That's Devin Haney, a 21-year-old talking to a 32, 33-year-old Gary Russell Jr. That's supposed to be the other way around, because we've seen Gary Russell Jr. call out Devin Haney before. But Devin Haney, a boss in the game, a young boss in the game, is saying, you know what? Yo, I'm going to fight you, 1.5 million, and I'm going to send you the contract. I ain't going to call your ass out. That's the way I'm going to do it. Now, sign up. Sign up. That's the way it got to be in the sport of boxing. Bud Crawford, Earl Spence, I don't want to hear this back and forth. I don't want to hear y'all been FaceTiming. I don't want to hear that BS. I don't want to hear that BS. I don't care. I don't care if y'all FaceTiming. I want one of y'all to send the contract to another. That's it. I want to hear, yo, I know Earl Spence is going to be fighting Danny Silva Garcia, but I'm just saying. Bud Crawford, send the contract to Earl Spence. Send a contract to Keith Thurman. Send a contract to Sean Porter. I respect all these fighters. These are my modern-day warriors, modern-day gladiators. They put their life on the line for a pure entertainment. But you know what? We got to hold them accountable also. We're going to hold them accountable. If we don't like what we see, and if we see a 21-year-old man doing it, if we see Devin Haney doing it, I expect you elders of boxing, the prime fighters, to do the same thing. I don't want to hear nobody calling out nobody. And I suggest everybody out there, if you hear anybody calling out anybody and not sending the contract like this 21-year-old Devin Haney has done, you know what? It's all clout. It's all cap. Do not waste our time. Do not waste your time doing a video about it. Do not waste your time and put your family on the back burner to edit videos when they just calling somebody out. Nah. On the words of Damian Dad say that what he call it? Chatty Patty. Fuck that chatty patty shit. Fuck that chatty patty shit. I told y'all, man. That's why I said Teofimo Lopez fighting Lomachenko, the captain of the generation. Devin Haney sending him a contract. These young fighters, and Ryan Garcia saying, you know what? I'm not gonna get effed up. You're not gonna rob me in the sport of boxing. I know my worth. I know my worth. I'm glad that these young fighters are doing their thing. They're making boss moves. And a lot of people, you know why a lot of people critique these young fighters? It's because you're not used to it. You're not used to young fighters knowing their value. You're not used to seeing young fighters passing out contracts. You're not used to, at this stage of a person's career, fighting the biggest fight of their career. We seen it with Oscar De La Hoya, but we went a bunch of years that young fighters not willing. You already know a lot of these promoters run careers through eggshells at this point. These four horsemen right now, they ain't doing that. A lot of people want to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis. What is he, a 2-division, 3-division world champion? Nah, man. We got to respect these young bucks, man. We got to respect these young bucks. These guys are leading the way. They leading the way. They showing these prime fighters how to do it. We saw the back and forth with Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. We saw that. Fighting happened. Somebody threw a monkey wrench. We saw the back and forth on Demetrius Andrade and Jamar Charlo. Nothing happened. Still not happening. Demetrius Andrade still don't got to fight with somebody. And I hope he gets a big fight. Please get a big fight before you retire, Demetrius Andrade. Love Demetrius Andrade's skills and talent. But give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. I would like to I'm gonna go inside. So give me 1 second. Let me set things up. Send the link up, bro. Hold on. Sick. Hey, what you doing? Watching car. Yo. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me set things up here. Hey. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Yo. My fault, y'all. Let me set certain things up. I had to come inside. My fault for the intermission. Man. Yo, what's up, Real? Let me say what's up to everybody out there. Dragon was good. G was good. Toby. Triple X was good. Red was good. Good looking out, Chet, on that one. Good looking out. Lewis was good, my brother. My team over yours. Was good. Guido. High, low. Steve was good. France was good. Chino, Lou, Toby, Victor, Steve was good. Claudio was good. Red Cliff was good. Good interview. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Again, thank you for Bill Haney and stuff like for Bill Haney. I'm sorry. And that's what I said, man. Check out after the live show. Check out my podcast, the Smelling Salt podcast. I just dropped the full interview with Amanda Serrano. Also, check out the interview, not the interview, but the episode where fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing, in which I go in depth talking about Gary Russell Jr. Sr., Bill Haney, Teofimo Lopez Sr., Henry Garcia, Mayweather Sr., the Boots Ennis, the Ennis family, great family in the sport of boxing, Papachenko, Virgil Ortiz Sr., a bunch of great fathers, you know, brotherhood, fatherhood. We all got to look out for each other, of course, man, so we could strengthen our family, strengthen our community. We got to be men again, you know. And when you see in the sport of boxing, father prominent, you see when you got them fathers, you see how it works for their career. Shout out to Zab Judah's pops too. All the pops doing their thing, man. All the pops doing their thing. Shout out to Leo Santa Cruz, dad. I hope he gets better soon. Let's pray for him whenever you got the time. Let me get this charger up. I respect the grind, man. Bill Haney's grind. We got to respect his grind, bro. Putting his son in position with great minds of the sport of boxing. If you a father, man, you understand that type of grind. You understand the moves that he's making. And sometimes we hear A lot of critiques for no reason, you know? What is that? Hold on. God. I thought he passed away. Nah, he hasn't. He ain't part. I think that was a rumor first. Prime Fighting was good, my brother. Keep up the good work, man. I'm trying, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Let me put this in. Damn, Bill expresses himself real well. Yes, he does, man. Yes, he does. And y'all know me. I always had that type of I had that question. Those are the questions. That's the only thing that gets me that got me very upset with the Devin Haney and the WBC, because I feel like the WBC and he's clarifying it. He is clarifying it more for me. And and of course, I take it into great consideration because he's in the business of this. I'm just a watcher. We're just looking from the outside in. I just didn't like the way I'm interpreting what's going on with the WBC. Is that even while Devin Haney has his title and they come with tweets and Mauricio Sulaimán doing interviews in the past saying that it's going to be undisputed, Lomachenko going to fight the winner of Richard Comey and Teofimo Lopez, right? He's saying undisputed. It's him saying that. It's not me saying that. It's him saying that, and which tells me, okay, I'm interpreting that the WBC is going to be making these moves to make this some type of legitimate title, like the way the WBA regular becomes the super WBA, and then to me, the more that the WBC says this about this fight, then my interpretation, for me, it shits on Devin Haney and the title that he got. The other part of that, I've explained it before, is that us looking at Devin Haney's journey, I wanted to see him finally capture a title. That's like a fighter getting his degree in graduation, seeing the glory, seeing how you win it. That's a sight to see. That's beautiful to see. Thank you. That's beautiful to see. And that's what I wanted for my selfish reasons. Yeah, I'm going to say for my selfish reason, I wanted to see Devin Haney capture the glory. I wanted, just like I saw Shakur Stevenson, just like I saw Teofimo Lopez Jr., just like I saw these fighters, just like I saw Floyd Mayweather Jr. get his first title. Just like I saw him get his first title. The glory, I wanted to see it. I feel like the WBC robbed them from that night. Give my 12-year-old daughter a shout out. She's like, yo, shout out Louis. What's her name? Gabriela. Shout out to Gabriela. Mayweather cried when he got his title. You feel me? Why he cried? Prime. Why did Floyd Mayweather cry? All the hard work, all the years of hard work, flashbacks, all the struggles, all the pain, all the sacrifices, all the blood, sweat, and tears, all the fights from the amateurs, him getting played in the Olympics, all the hard work, all the miles run. And then finally, the dream to becoming a world champion, to capturing, that's somebody's dream. You remember Devin the Dream Haney? The dream. So I felt I still got to beef with the WBC because you robbed them from the glory. I don't care what anybody say. Shout out to Bill Haney, my brother. But, man, they robbed them from the glory, man. They robbed them. They robbed them, man. Now, again, there got to be some humbleness. Is it my glory as a fantasy, or is it Devin Haney's glory? Or any other fighter? If Devin Haney is okay with how he got the belt, then that's his life and that's his career. I just wanted to see Devin Haney capture that belt because I feel like out of any fighter right now, out of any fighter active, Devin Haney has been documented more. In this circuit of YouTube, Devin Haney has been documented the most. We've seen his growth. So at the time that we want to see him capture that, I was looking forward for it. Wow. If he does, man. But it is what it is. That's my own selfish reason. So I will, that's my selfish reasons. Okay. I just wanted to see it. It's like getting your high school diploma versus getting your GED. Wait. Just paying for the Charlo going Charlo fight, man. Yeah, I'm paying for it. I'm paying for the Charlo fight. I'm a boxing fan at first. And I'm also want to bring the type of content to y'all. And, and at the end of the day, I do this for fighters. I don't do it for myself, really. Like, I do it for fighters because I love fighters. Now, I may not love, the time is ticking for 8 weeks, Campbell. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say to Bill. World Combat. I mean, it was supposed to be the deadline was supposed to be this Friday, and that will be, that 8 weeks. Right? I think November 17th is November 7th. We on week 8 weeks out. So I'm like, damn. And can you imagine? Look, October 17th, Teofimo. October 26th, right? October 26th, Gervonta Tank Davis. November 7th, Devin Haney. Yo, that would have been and when it's Earl Spence and Danny Garcia. Yo, it'll be a good lineup, yo. It'll be a good lineup. September 26th, we got Charlo, Rosario. Yo, we got to give it up to these boxers, man. And the young ones are stepping up. So Punch on boxing told me. Tell me the ticket. So everybody, man, I want to thank y'all for rocking with your boy, man. I'm about to eat some dinner, spend some time with the kiddos. Tomorrow I will go live again, and I will send the link. We could all talk. I wanted to do it, but I'm looking at the time. I'm saying if I send the link, we're gonna be talking forever, and I don't like cutting people off. I want to, get all their thoughts out and everything. Shout out to all the channels that's doing their thing out there, man. Subscribe to all boxing channels. Every perspective is not going to be your perspective. Not every perspective is going to be, you understand what I'm trying to say, man. But support the grind. There's a grind in fighters, and then there's grind in us doing this work, and trying to deliver the type of content and information for fans of boxing and people that's into the sport of boxing. Again, it was a blessing. It was an honor to have Bill Haney chop it up with your boy and everybody else that have been chopping it up with me and everybody in the comment box. Yo, I love y'all. For real, man. We all brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters of God, sons and daughters of God, and we're brothers and sisters. That's all we are, man. Distant relatives. God first, everything second. Everybody, if you haven't followed Peter Quillen on Instagram, me and Peter Quillen, we're gonna go live 8:00 Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. We're gonna go live. It's gonna be some spiritual talk, Bible talk, just life talk. Just redirecting our souls to a higher power. Society is trying trying to, trying to take away God from our society, and us loving God and us being righteous and having moral character and accountability. And we're gonna be talking about that. Of course, Peter Quinn gonna lead the way, and it's gonna be educational. If anybody wanna time in, I hope y'all could time in Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Instagram live with Peter Quillen, aka Kid Chocolate, your boy Punch Drunk. So stay tuned to that. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I'm gonna I'm putting on the community on the chat or whatever when I'm gonna go at what time. Hope y'all tune in. Cop the merch. Thank you for everybody that's donated. Chet, take care, my brother. I got you. I got you tomorrow for sure. I just ain't wanna, we on some good spirit right now, and I don't wanna, yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say, Chet Collins. You understand what I'm trying to say, right? I got you tomorrow on that one. I got you tomorrow. So everybody, peace out. God bless, and on to the next. Let's get this thing out.